CHS, and happy Valentine's Day. I'm Edie.
And I'm Sarah.
And now it's time for CHS Today. Today we honor Stokely Carmichael. Carmichael was a political activist from the port of Spain and had moved to the U.S. in 1952. Carmichael was the leader of the Black nationalism in the 1960s, and he was also involved in the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Carmichael was one of the several Freedom Riders and was arrested and jailed for 50 days in Jackson, Mississippi. Carmichael died in 1998.
Fundraising for Beat Cancer in 4 quarters is still ongoing. This week we will be doing a battle of classes during all lunches. During lunch, you can donate whatever money you would like to your class bucket, and the winning class will get to pie an administrator of their choosing in the face. So make sure to donate to your class bucket to get a chance to pie an admin in the face on Friday.
The academic teams have their first in-person meet on Wednesday, February 15th. The teams will be traveling to Knightstown for a 20 questions roundtable meet. Reporting time to the buses is 2:55 p.m. You received an email last Friday from Madam Medina with information. See any of the coaches with questions.
Collected recycling is to be put up or recycled by yourself because we do not have someone to recycle since Mrs. Messer switched to biology. Until a teacher gets the old position, there will be no recycling.
Seniors, the local scholarship applications are now available. Check your email for the informational SMORE or scan one of our QR codes around the building for more info. Applications are due March 7th. Don't wait until the last minute to apply.
Seniors, if you want to have a great after prom this year, please make sure to pick up an after prom sponsorship form this week and take it home to your parents. Forms can be picked up from Mr. Davis, Mrs. Schaus, Mr. Vaughn, Mr. Boggs, or Mrs. Wilson. Forms and donations should be turned in by February 21st to Mrs. Wilson in the choir room. See Mrs. Wilson with any questions.
On this day in 270 AD, St. Valentine, a holy priest of Rome, was beheaded under the rule of Claudius the Cruel. The emperor had to maintain a strong army, but was having a hard time getting people to join. Claudius believed that this was due to the people's strong attachment to their wives and families, causing him to ban all marriages in Rome. St. Valentine saw this injustice and defied the emperor, performing marriages for lovers in secret. When he was found out, he was sentenced to death, and his execution was performed on February 14th.
In national news, a Pennsylvania Mars Wrigley was fined $14,500 when 2 workers fell into a vat of chocolate. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, the workers at the time were not authorized to work in the tanks and did not have the proper training for the equipment. These 2 workers were employed by an outside contracting firm and fell partially into the tanks. Emergency responders were able to free them by cutting a hole in the bottom of the tank, and both were taken to a hospital by helicopter.
In world news, police cracked the case of the 200,000 stolen cream eggs in Telford, England. Police were patrolling an area when they stopped a vehicle on the M42 motorway, discovering the massive amount of candy in the vehicle. The officers recovered $40,000 worth of cream eggs.
Lunch for tomorrow will be a classic cheeseburger and a bun, mini turkey corn dogs, and a classic chicken sandwich.
Seems to be deteriorating. How unfortunate. Will it stay that way, Meep?
Actually, it's pretty warm. At 5 p.m., it's going to be 52 and sunny. Then at 10 p.m., it's going to be 37. And at 7 a.m., it's going to be 32. Tomorrow, Wednesday, it's going to be high 67 and a low 45 and pretty sunny. Then on Thursday, looks like it's going to rain with a high 64 and a low 27. And on Friday, a high 34 and 21. That's all for the weather. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, Meep. Now over to Brody with sports.
Thank you guys very much. Girls gymnastics had a meet against Shelbyville last night. The top scorers were Ellie Lakes placing 3rd in vault, Ainsley Bodwell placing 2nd in bars, Elena Daniels placing 4th in beam, and Elena Daniels placing 6th in floor. Their record is now 3 wins and 4 losses. Their next meet will be sectionals at the CHS gym February 25th. Softball tryouts will be held March 6th and 7th from 4 to 6 at the softball field. Please be sure to bring your own equipment. Dress for outdoor tryouts and bring tennis shoes for indoor skills if needed. There will be tennis call-out meetings Thursday during SRE in Columbia Hallway by the old gym. Sports action is hard to come by because there's no sports action for today or tomorrow. That is all for sports. Now back to the desk for birthdays.
Thanks, Brody. Birthdays for today are Hannah Cooley. Birthdays for tomorrow are Lila DeGreer-Gross. Happy birthday.
And today we'll close out the show with this Valentine's Day edition of CHS Geographics.
Welcome to today's special episode of CHS Rizzographic. Today, we'll be showing you all of CHS's best Riz.
The wild Brainosaurus Rex makes advances on Owen Nobby, but is quickly rejected as he is not interested.
Owen Baker catches a restraining order as he rizzes up Garrett Tibbleton, that is now frightened from this experience and scarred.
And here we present to you Timmy and Kendall attempting to do their inquisitives whilst avoiding the camera. They cannot. Here is James and Polo, a rare sighting of lovers met. It is awe-inspiring. Beautiful. And here we bring you a strictly platonic friendship. Not all clips on Risographic have to be couples after all.
Platonic.
Aw, look at these two. And here we have the class valedictorian Garrett Templeton becoming exceedingly jealous at Cody Naylor and his Valentine. And here we have Braxton Myers attempting to make contact with the legendary Chance Bentley. How fantastic. And now we present to you Luke Morris. He is very unenthusiastic, as always, as Edie attempts to lighten the mood. And now the true Riz begins.
I'm Edie,
And Jace McMichael is going on a date with Lily Burrows.
and that's all for CHS Today.